Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. But if it's the first time you are watching me, please hit that subscribe button. So it is almost Valentine's Day, and for today I am going to teach you my tips to look 10 years younger for your date. And if you're young already and don't need to look 10 years younger, then this makeup tutorial is for your upcoming Valentine's date. No, but seriously, in this video, I'm going to share with you not just my personal tips, but also all of the techniques that I have learned throughout the years of my experience in the makeup industry, the makeup techniques to make you look 10 years younger. So I've done it already. This is the exact makeup look that I'm now going to take you through step by step. So if you like this makeup look, continue watching. Okay, let's begin. So if you want to look 10 years younger, you can't be looking like this. You gotta fix your skin first. Now, aside from having a really great skincare routine, you can fix this up with makeup. I'm gonna start with a primer that minimizes the appearance of my pores, and for this purpose, I'm gonna use Benefit's Pore Professional Pore Primer. So if you know me well, you know that I always apply primer on my nose, because that is where my pores are the most visible and most open and most enlarged, as well as the center of my forehead and a little bit here on the sides of my nose. I can put some on my chin as well. So if you want to look like 10 years younger, or if you're going out on a date and you want to look pa bebe, you want to look nice and cute, then you gotta make sure your skin appears very smooth as well. So use a smoothing primer. Okay, so for a lady like me that needs a lot of coverage, that doesn't have perfect skin, but wants to look 10 years younger, you really gotta camouflage those flaws. So using a foundation with full coverage, but is not entirely matte, is really gonna help you make your skin look more flawless, more smooth, therefore making you look a lot younger. Now, you don't want to use a foundation that's going to give you like super matte skin, because when your skin looks very matte and very dry, then you're gonna look older. Like when you're like 30 and above, I don't recommend though that you use or you go for very dewy makeup, because a lot of times that just goes wrong. Especially if it's like very shiny and could like really work not in your favor and make you look even older. So the best way to go for me is to use a foundation with full coverage but a semi-matte finish, or a natural finish. Now, you have to be careful as well to really set your makeup very well, and you don't want to put on too much foundation, because it's then gonna start cracking, and if your makeup cracks, well, you're gonna look like an old hag, a grandmama, instead of the teenager that you want to look like. So the thing is, like, you want to look as effortless as possible, but it takes so much effort to look effortless. Okay, another thing that can make you look younger is to erase any like sunken lines underneath your eyes. Okay, so if you have eye bags, if you have dark circles, or if you're like me and you have like sunken area here where you can see a line here of indentation and it is sunken, keep saying sunken, then you need to make that protrude. You need to make it come out, and the best way to do that is to apply like a full coverage light colored concealer, a bit lighter than your actual shade, and just apply it on the area here where the line is. Just there, because like here is where my lines are that are deep. So I apply light shade so that they will come out. So just remember that anything that is light, or when you bring light to your face, when you put light on your face, it makes that area of your face protrude or come out. And that's why my concealer is like 2 to 3 shades lighter than my foundation shade, because I really want that area right here, which is very sunken, to come out and make me look younger. So for this purpose, so right now I'm using my favorite concealer from Tarte, the Shape Tape Concealer, but you can use any concealer as long as it's a lighter shade. for this purpose. Again, you want a concealer that's not going to cake underneath your eyes, because anything that cakes makes you look older. Anything that cracks on your face enhances your wrinkles, or even gives you the wrinkles that you've never even had in the first place. Okay, I'm going to set my makeup now with L'Oreal's Hydra Perfect Loose Powder. So when you set your foundation, again, be really careful not to apply too much powder. Otherwise, it is going to look very dry, and you don't want that. Remember, we're going for like baby skin. Young skin is not dry. Young skin is moist, hydrated. So just be careful not to apply too much. And it's great if you use like a brush like this, because it really disperses the powder on the face very well and very lightly, very minimally. Okay, moving on now to my brows. Now, I have always said repeatedly in all of my videos, thicker brows make you look younger. Of course, you don't want to like look like Oscar the Grouch and have ridiculously thick brows. But if you have thin brows, certainly you can overdraw them a bit. I don't exactly have thin brows. My brows are pretty full, but I still overdraw them a little bit, just to achieve that youthful kind of look. Another thing is that you might want to try and tint your brows a lighter shade, or you can do that with the brow products that you use. Darker brows come on stronger and will tend to make you look a bit older. So what you want are nice, full, soft brows. That is going to make you look more youthful. Full and soft. Which is why I am now going to like fill in the rest of my brows with a lighter shade. I already have a good number of videos on my channel with me teaching you how I do my brows in my very specific kind of way. So that's why I'm not explaining this step by step right now, and I'm still using the very same product that I have been using since the day I was born. Just kidding, since like quite a while back. Okay, so now moving on to eye makeup, and I just want to say that there are two specific colors that you should be using all the time for your eye makeup if your objective is to look younger, and these two colors are light pink and light brown. So today I am using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina, original Norvina palette, which is personally signed by Anastasia Beverly Hills herself. And I am going to use these two colors here, Love and Volatile. So you see pink and brown. Can you see? Pink and brown. These colors are like semi-matte. Now, if you want to be completely safe and you want to do a very simple look that's going to make you look younger, you may want to avoid colors with too much shimmer. Because sometimes, especially when you're already aging, shimmer will work against you. It's going to highlight your wrinkles, your fine lines, and it will actually make you look older. I'm not saying go for a completely matte look, because that makes you look older as well. So go for satin, go for a semi-matte. That's gonna do the trick. So I'm gonna go in now with a pink color, and I'm gonna teach you a really, really simple eye makeup look. Everybody can achieve this, no matter where you are in your makeup journey. If you're a beginner, you can do it. You apply the pink shade on your eyelid, starting here with a flat eyeshadow applicator brush. It's important that it's flat because you want that color, the powder, the pigments to adhere to your skin. Okay, you can pat the product onto your eyelid like this. Start here, work toward the middle of your eyelid, and just go about until 3/4. You don't finish until the end of your eyelid. Just about 3/4, and you don't go too high. You stop at the socket of your eye. You see this? This is the socket of your eye. That's where you stop. Okay, so you just apply that color there, patting it on. And then you take your soft dome-shaped blending brush and you dip it into the light brown color. Again, you need to use a blending brush for this. You can't use the same flat brush, otherwise the technique won't work. And you deposit the color first onto the outer corner of your eye here. Deposit it there. Just deposit the color. And then blend into the first color with small circular motions. Be careful that you're doing it in small motions like this, small circular motions. Don't get crazy and like blend up, blend out. You just want a hint of shadow in the corner of your eye like that. Remember, our objective here is for you to look young and fresh. So nothing too crazy. Control your hand. Be very, very deliberate and very conscious and very careful. It needs to be really nicely, softly blended. You don't want to see any lines of demarcation, like where the first color starts and where the second color starts. You don't want to see that. No lines of where it starts or where it stops. That's why you're blending it in together. Next, you want to get a totally new blending brush, a new one, and blend the edges. Blend the edges of the eye makeup and blend it into your skin, because you don't want sharp lines. Okay, that's it. Super simple. You just really need to blend very carefully. Okay, I'm now going back into the brown shadow, and I'm going to use a more pointed eyeshadow brush such as this, and I am going to apply very little underneath my eyes. On the lower lash here, I start here, and I go as close as possible to the lash line, to the lower lash line, and I am just going to add very little and only in the corner, and then I'm going to blend toward the inner corner, but I'm not going to complete it. Just like this. So this has to be very soft as well. Otherwise, if you put a lot of dark liner underneath your lash line, the tendency is it makes you look more mature. Okay, lashes. Lashes are very important in making you look younger. You want the fullest, longest, curliest lashes as possible. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use false lashes. You don't have to, you just have to like curl your lashes really well and apply on like the best mascara that you have out there. But I like to apply false lashes, so I'm going to do that now and I'm going to come back. Okay, I've applied my lashes, very thin, natural false lashes, and I also applied a very thin layer of eyeliner on top of my lashes. The reason why I don't do that on camera is because I don't really look very nice while I'm doing it. It's always still a very messy struggle for me to apply false lashes. I'm almost completely done with the eye makeup. The last step for the eye makeup is that I'm gonna go back into my palette and I'm gonna dip a little bit of my pointed eyeliner brush inside the white color called Base. And I am going to apply that in the inner corners here of my eyes. That sort of like opens up your inner tear ducts. Am I saying that correctly? But yes. And that is helpful to make you look more youthful. Okay, now for the blush, I am going to use something in a pink shade because pink is the most youthful color, really. It is the Amazonian Clay from Tarte Cosmetics in the shade called Natural Beauty. Now for blush, if it's a youthful appearance that you're going for, you want to use something with a bit of shimmer but not too much shimmer. So maybe like a satin finish. Just really try to avoid as much as possible too much glitter, because that's really going to accentuate any fine lines that you have on your face, and it just really makes you look older and it doesn't make you look younger. Now the technique for blush, if you want to look younger, is to apply it on the very top of the apples of your cheek. So how do you identify where that is? You smile. This is the apple of your cheek. The highest is where it is the fattest. Okay, and you apply it like you're literally trying to make yourself look like a doll. You apply it here on the center in circular motion, and of course you're gonna blend that so you don't look ridiculous. You blend it a little bit going up. Yes, this is the technique to make you look younger through your blush application. Just make sure you blend it nicely and you don't look like a clown. Sure, you noticed that I did not use any contouring powders today, which is a miracle. Never happens. But the thing is, once you put anything like dark on your face, It makes you look sophisticated. It makes you look mature, which I don't mind at all. And you know how I love to sculpt my face. It's just that we're going for 10 years younger look today, so I can't do that. If you notice, like Korean makeup, they do not sculpt at all. They don't apply any dark color on their skin because they want to look like babies. Seriously, they want to look like toddlers. They want to look as young as possible. So they try to make like their makeup as light as possible, and they don't apply any dark colors on their face at all. So I'm also not applying any highlight today. My blush already has some natural highlight. And again, if you want to look 10 years younger, you really need to avoid like powdery products with too much shimmer. Shimmer attracts light. The light will accentuate your fine lines and your wrinkles, your brown spots, and whatever else you want to hide to make you look younger. So for the lips, you want to keep them light as well. Obviously, you don't want to use any dark colors. I'm using this very popular liquid Demi-Matte lip cream from AUSTRALIS, and it's called Girl Boss. So you want to use like a nice light color, but not something that's so nude that it's going to make you look dead, because again, that's going to make you look older. You also don't want to use pinks that make you look more mature, like very brown kind of pinks. Those are very nice, but they make you look a little bit mature. So if the objective is to look 10 years younger, then you use like a nuder and a pinkier kind of pink. Now this is just my base for my lips. I'm going to blot. And then I am going to do something that really makes you look younger. I am going to juice and plump up the lips with a lip gloss from Kylie Cosmetics. This one is called OU Fancy. The juicier, the fuller your lips, the younger you look. You can apply a lot of gloss to the center of your lips so the pout is concentrated here, and then just blend out. Let me tell you, this smells so good. And since I didn't apply any highlighter, I'm now going to set my face using a makeup setting spray that not only holds your makeup in place but also gives you a very natural and subtle highlight. It's from Frank Body, and it's called their Anti-Angry Face Mist. There you have it. That's how to make yourself look younger by 10 years with makeup. Just a very fresh, sweet look that you can use on your Valentine's dates as well, coming up very soon. And it's a really easy look as well, you guys. I mean, the eye makeup was super easy, right? For beginners, anybody can do it. Now, if all else fails, you can also resort to using a hair accessory to make you look more youthful. You can pop on a clip on the side of your hair like this, and that immediately takes away like 5 years from your actual age. So guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to me, please hit that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram as well. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!